Hi there, it's Matt here, and welcome back to another sleep story. Before we start, I want to just mention a partner of tonight's sleep story, which is the company Puori. For over a decade, I've been an avid consumer of protein shakes, but the hard thing in the supplement space is trust. That is, finding a brand I trust with what I take into my body. That's when I came across the company Puori and its really impressive founder. Even though it makes them less profit versus other less committed companies, Puori takes quality seriously. They have so many offerings beyond protein powder, but quality was my primary focus. Why did I choose them? Well, it was for 4 reasons. First, it's free from hormones. Second, it's free from GMOs. Third, it's also free from any pesticides. And finally, every batch is third-party tested for over 200 harmful contaminants, like heavy metals. Also, if you are a nerd and neurotic like me, you can even scan the QR code on the back product to see your batch's test results. As for my personal recommendation, the dark chocolate flavor is my obsessive strong preference, since I do have a bit of a chocolate sweet tooth that I rarely get to indulge. And it's not just clean, it delivers 21 grams of protein per serving. And for folks of my podcast, right now, you can save 20%. Go to puori.com/Matt Walker. Again, that's PUORI.com/Matt Walker and use code Matt Walker at checkout. Hi there, and welcome to tonight's sleep story. I'm Matt Walker. I'm going to be your guide for this serene journey into a night of peaceful rest. So let's just take a moment to unwind and just prepare ourselves for the calm that lays ahead. And together, we're going to drift into a world where relaxation just comes easy, and sleep is as natural as the air that we breathe. And I know that it can be challenging to let go of the day that we've all just had, especially when it's been filled with so much activity. I just want to thank you for inviting me to be a part of this journey into sleep this evening. So let's begin by getting comfortable, finding whatever position feels restful, whether it's on your side, or laying on your back, or even on your front. When you find that position, just rest into it. Nicely done. Now I want you to take a deep breath in and let it out nice and slow. And we'll just try that again. Take a deep breath in And then just let it out nice and easy. And when you're ready, in your own time, I just want you to close your eyes. And as you do that, this is the start of the day just melting away. And as you settle into this peaceful moment, I just want you to imagine yourself floating on a gentle sea in a beautiful sailboat. The waves beneath you are just calm, so calm and steady. And they're just gently rocking you up and down, up and down, with a slow, soothing rhythm. And it's been one of those beautiful warm days. And as the day now is just drawing to a close, after that beautiful orange sky, you notice it's now been replaced by a relaxing, deep, velvety blue. And it's dotted with soft, glowing stars that just twinkle like distant lanterns. And those stars in that sky, they too are going to be guiding you through this night. Because here, in this quiet space, you don't have to carry anything. No responsibilities, no concerns. It's just you and the gentle waves. And that starry sky above. And as it turns out, there was once a small boat just like this. And that boat, it was able to drift across this very sea. And it was a beautifully simple vessel. A boat made of that smooth wood, soft to the touch. With an elegant sail that fluttered gently in the breeze. And this boat was known as the Dreamer. And it carried with it a special kind of promise. Because every night, the Dreamer would set out on the water, guided by the stars, and the Dreamer would find those who needed just a moment of peace. And one night, the dreamer found itself floating towards a quiet island. Where the air was filled with the fresh scent of the day's blooming flowers. And on the island lived an old fisherman, and he'd spent many years of his life at sea. But now, he spent his evenings just sitting by the shore, just enjoying the simple pleasure of watching the moonlight dance on the water. And he could still remember the days long past. And despite being content, the fisherman could still sense there was a longing in his heart. A wish for the kind of rest that only comes with a deep sleep. And the boat, the dreamer, sensing his need, gently just approached the shore, and its sail just barely stirring in the wind. And the sound of the sail was like a whisper, an almost silent invitation to let go of the past and find the comfort of the presence. As he stood up and walked towards the dreamer, the fisherman didn't know why, but that little boat just drew him towards it. And he knew it would have the answers to the dreams he had lost so long ago. And as he stepped into that boat and settled in, the dreamer began to glide away from the shore. And the boat moved slowly, its gentle rocking just lulling the fisherman into a state of deep relaxation as he stretched out. And the stars above that he stared at seemed to glow brighter. Their light seemed to reflect off the calm sea. And it just created this pathway of silver leading out into the horizon. And as he closed his eyes, for the first time in many years, the fisherman felt truly at peace. This comforting sensation that just spread all the way from head to toe. And the dreamer just carried him safely along a journey in the sea. The water was just so still it looked like glass. And the fisherman began to see images of the adventures he had once known. Adventures of distant shores and of calm seas, and the laughter of friends, and that quiet solitude of the open ocean. And the fisherman could feel that sense of relaxation growing deeper. And he knew it. He knew that he was surrendering completely to that special warmth of sleep. And finally now, as the night grew darker, the dreamer began to slow its pace. And its gentle journey continued, but now with the fisherman deeply asleep. His mind filled with the peaceful dreams he had so longed for. And the dreamer, sensing that its job was done, it stayed by his side, keeping him asleep. Its wooden hull creaking softly in the night. And it carried him throughout that night, restful, peaceful, deep in his sleep. And as the daylight started to rise, the fisherman's journey coming to an end, he woke from this night. With that special restorative sense of a deep, perfect night of sleep. And as the dawn truly touched the sky, the dreamer slowly began its journey back to the island. and it moved so quietly so as not to disturb the fisherman, who remained fast asleep, a gentle smile on his face. And as the boat finally returned to the shore, it rested on the sand, knowing that it had brought yet another soul the peace they had been seeking. And now, here in your bed, you too can just drift off to sleep. Just like the fisherman, and let the dreamer carry you to a place of rest. All of those stresses and worries just melt away, and only peace and deep sleep remains. Good night. Sleep well.